Hello, here's my vlog for the 16th of April 2023, Sunday. It's like 1:47 p.m. I totally slept in today. I didn't get up until like 12:30. I was kind of tired yesterday too. Hey, little guy. I went to my mom's house to do stuff and I just passed out. She said it was for 2 hours on a couch. I just sat there. Put it in recline and just like I passed out. But there you are. Hey, little rascal. It's my little guy saying hi. Yeah, my little ferrets, they run wild. They can leave their cage whenever they want. That's the best way to have ferrets. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You like that? I was mad at my ferrets for killing my cockatiel, but so I put them in their cage for a week, and then I realized I kind of reconciled that the reason ferrets are our pets in the first place is because we use them to kill animals. So it's not his fault. They think it's their job to kill whatever they can kill. They think that's what we want them to do. That's what they're trained to do. It's just kind of not their fault because they're just as trained to be cute for humans, which they are. And they're gentle. They don't scratch or bite me at all. Anyway, so where's the other one? I like how they visit me. Like when they come in the room, they'll come in and move their, just like a cat or a dog, they'll come in and they'll touch their wet noses to my feet just to let me know that they're there. Or they'll come up and like touch their nose to my arm or my face. Like if my head is like this, they'll come up and touch their nose to my nose and then move on. Anyway, yeah, I couldn't do without ferrets. Ferrets are the cutest. Anyway, they're the perfect vet if you live in an apartment because a cat would scratch stuff and get depressed for not being able to roam outside and meow and stuff and shed, but a ferret, man, is perfectly happy inside of a house. You know, it's kind of like the equivalent of like a big tree, and you know, all the ferret wants is to have some nice big tree to hang out in. So I have like 6 cages on the ceiling, so they have enough area. Anyway, they could walk around the periphery of the ceiling of my house, my room, and then in the living room. And I have extensions I'm going to put on as soon as I get around to it. Anyway, yeah, but, and then we did some stuff, but I didn't get around to doing the radio. We were going to do it today, but I don't want to because, I'm just not I think I'm almost done. Not a whole lot more work to get my, prehistory timeline fitting into the screen, which I really want. I probably should have done that before, like when I did the dump. I did a data dump like a couple years ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it was maybe like 2 years ago. Maybe it was this time of year. I want to look. I should look. But I remember I kind of out of the blue stumbled back into the timeline because I was working on the timeline like in 12 years ago, like in 2011, 2012. And then, oh no, and even in 13, but then in 14 is when I kind of started doing the Google Earth. But then I went back to the timeline like 2 years ago for like a month where I did it like a data dump. And at the end of the data dump, I was like burnt out. And so I backed out, you know. But because of that data dump, it kind of fucked up my timeline. Like, it poofed it out. It made it like bigger, but not as like aesthetically workable. So now that I get it pushed back in, it'll finally be like at a new level. And so that's why I'm like super fired up to just get that done, because maybe I could Yeah, it'll just level it up, and then add some icons to the whole site over the course of I don't know, a week, and then I do have to fiddle with the find the right fonts, but I have the fonts linked to everything, so all I have to do is decide which ones to change the fonts into, and then do some more Google Earth. So anyway, but maybe after I push the timeline down and then add some icons, I'll be able to take some time off to start going to the gym. We'll see. But yeah, I told my mom, I called her this morning, I was like, I don't think I want to come over to do that radio stuff today. It's Sunday, and it's possible that I could finish, because it's only this one and another two. It's only the 300 million years back page that has to do it. So, and I think it's like 4 though, including the one I'm working on. So maybe like by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. It seems like it takes like a whole day per one to do. But I'm almost done, because this is the last section. All the other ones are squished down, and then I can focus on the icons again. But I kind of like working like this. Like when I go to my website, I try to do something, do a sweep, do everything on something. But I realize that I have to tie up loose ends on other things, So then I do that, and it ends up taking longer, but that's fine, because these are those tying up loose ends is stuff that I didn't want to do before because I was burnt out, and to do it now if it's not stressful. Because as long as something's not stressful, it's not work, right? And so I could point to my timeline and my website when it's done and it's totally big, and everybody's like, people are probably going to be more amazed with how much work it is rather than how useful it is. And then maybe out of their jealousy, tempted to call me a retard for working on it hard instead of being smart for building it. And I can be like, don't worry about it. Where was I going with that? No more excuses. People can't have excuses anymore. That's kind of one thing I can figure. I think I can come out of my website. Like, people love to come up excuses why stuff is impossible. If I can build the timeline on the website and then memorize everything that happens, I can say, this is what happens when you give people money. This is what happens when people don't have to work. You don't have to give them much. Give them a room, like the Matrix. Like Neo, lock them in a fucking closet. Don't let them out. But just feed them and let them live. Give them health care, and they'll create. They'll do stuff like memorize everything that happened. But that's what's wrong with the right wing, is they're like vampires. They want to suck life away from humanity, so that nobody can do anything, so that they can then waste, buy like 5-10 houses and a zillion cars and everything. So, and be totally boring, like not have any animals, because they think that this little guy is like a pain in the ass or something. They don't like the smell of his poop. All right, enough bitching. I'm going to that's my other ferret up there. I'm going to get going. Maybe finish this page today and get going on the other. So it's 300 million years back is what I'm working on. My mom said she'd call me pretty soon for a walk. And then maybe I'll ride my bike to the store and get an energy drink, and that'll be my exercise. Alrighty, talk to you later. And when my battery dies, I might have to go out and work in the living room, but I kind of prefer to live here in my bedroom right now, because it's just one-handed work to add the icons and then copy and paste. When I'm typing a lot is when I want to be out there. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow.